This is the corrosion of metals. What is corrosion, bache? It is the process in which metals are eaten up by the action of air, moisture, or a chemical on their surface is known as corrosion. It is the process in which a metal reacts with the air, moisture, or a chemical present nearby it, and then its luster nature, or you can say its shine, removes away. That is known as corrosion. Corrosion will lead to the dullness of a metal surface. Corrosion से क्या होता है बच्चे? एक सरफेस है जो उसका लस्टर है, नेचर, उसका जो शाइनी अपीयरेंस है वो धीरे धीरे डल हो जाता है. Next बच्चे, we will discuss the examples of corrosion in detail. You know, the metals like copper, iron, silver, they undergoes corrosion. इनका corrosion होता है. They react with the oxygen and moisture of air and deposited a layer over their surface, which results in the dullness. So that process is known as corrosion. What is the loss of corrosion? What is the harm of corrosion to us? Corrosion will gives us and leads us to an economical loss. Economical means पैसे के प्रति. When we buy a metallic thing, then we have to pay for it, and when it gets corroded, it is of no use. So it gives us an economical loss. Next, bache, the corrosion of metals, which we will discuss in detail. The first one is the corrosion of iron. The corrosion of iron is the most common one. So we'll give it a specific name, and that is known as rusting. So if someone asks you what is the difference between corrosion and rusting, both of them are some kind of same thing, but corrosion is a broad term. Corrosion used for every corroded metal, whether it's copper, whether it's silver, whether it's the iron. But rust is a specific term for corrosion of iron. बच्चे corrosion एक broad term है. corrosion में iron का भी corrosion होता है, silver का भी corrosion होता है, copper का भी corrosion होता है. लेकिन बच्चे iron के corrosion को हमने एक specific name दिया है, and that is known as rusting. What is rusting? What is rust? Deposition of a reddish brown flaky layer. What do you mean by flaky? Powdery layer over an iron surface is known as rusting. How this rusting happens, bache? This rusting occurs when that iron article will comes in contact with the damp or moist air. That is, the air has a oxygen, as it has already, and when the moisture content in the air is quite high, that is known as damp air. So when an iron article comes in contact with air and moisture, then a reddish brown flaky layer deposited over it, and that deposition of reddish brown flaky layer over an iron article is known as rusting of iron. So what is actually happens in rusting, bache? This iron, the original color of iron is silver gray. When it comes in contact with oxygen gas and water molecules, why it is referred as 2x? X means a variable, bache. If there are 10 water molecules present, then it will react with the 10. If there are 20, then it will react with the 20. So X is the variable number, and then it form a hydrated ferric oxide, that is rust, which is of reddish brown color. So this process is known as rusting. So if someone asks us what are the conditions necessary for rusting, what are the essential conditions necessary for rusting, then rusting requires two conditions. First, presence of air, that is oxygen, and second, the presence of water. If out of these two conditions we stop one, we do not allow the iron article to come in contact with either or one of them, then the iron article does not get corroded. अगर हम इन दोनों में से एक चीज को भी रोक दें तो आयरन आर्टिकल कोरोड नहीं होता, आयरन आर्टिकल पर जंग नहीं लगेगा. there is an activity which proves that these conditions are necessary for rusting. In that activity, what we have to do is, we have to take 3 test tubes which of same size, A, B and C. In first test tube, take water and dip an iron nail in it. This is water बच्चे, this is iron nail, लोहे की कील ली हमने, and we deposited a layer of oil over it. This is oil. What does this oil do? This oil does not allow the oxygen to goes in, the air to goes in बच्चे. So in first test tube, air is not present, but water is present. In the result, what we observe, that on this iron nail, no rust appears. No rust will be there. हम देखेंगे बच्चे, इस केस में जब ऑयल है वाटर के ऊपर, तो आयरन नेल के कांटेक्ट में वाटर तो आ रहा है, बच्चे दिख रहा है कि वाटर में डिप है वो, बट हम देखेंगे इस आयरन नेल पर कोई रस्ट नहीं होगा. वाई? क्योंकि हमने ऑयल डालकर एयर के कांटेक्ट को क्या कर दिया है, ब्रेक. नेक्स्ट, in test tube B, we place an iron nail with calcium chloride, CaCl2, calcium chloride, and we cover this test tube with the help of a cork or with the help of a cotton plug so that no external air can goes in. What does this calcium chloride do? It will absorb water from this test tube. So in this, no water is there, no moisture in the air is there, but air is present बच्चे. इसमें air तो है, हमने air तो निकाली नहीं है बेटा, तो air मतलब ऑक्सीजन है, but water जो है बच्चे वो present नहीं है. तो एक चीज है बच्चे और एक चीज अवेलेबल नहीं है. क्यों? वाटर जितना भी इसके अंदर था वो सब एब्जॉर्ब कर लिया किसने? कैल्शियम क्लोराइड ने. Anhydrous calcium chloride absorbs the water from, absorbs the moisture from atmosphere. So in this case, air is present, but water is not present. So we observe that in that case as well, there is no rust, no reddish brown color flaky layer deposited over the iron nail. Next, watching. In next test tube, that is in test tube C, what we do is, we'll dip an iron nail in water, and we do not put any oil, any calcium chloride or whatsoever special case in this test tube. That means air is present. That means water is present. Both the conditions are in contact with this iron nail. Then we observe bache, that reddish brown patches, that is rust patches, appears on this iron nail. So this activity will prove that if out of these two conditions one is not available, in this air is not and in this water is not available, then no rust will be there. But if an iron article has to catch rust, then it must have both air and water. So what are the conditions necessary for rusting? Air, that is oxygen, and water. Now we will discuss prevention of rusting. How we can prevent an iron article from getting rusted. The first prevention is by oiling or greasing. If we provide oil or grease, if we deposit a layer of oil or grease over an iron article, then that iron article does not comes in contact with air. And you must have seen, bache, the chains of your bicycles, is oiled and greased after a certain interval of time. Why we done it? Why we do so? So that those iron articles, those iron chains will not comes in contact with air or water. If they will cut the rust vache, then they will be break very easily. So to prevent them, what we do, we provide them, we deposit a layer of oil or grease over them. Second, by painting. If we apply a layer of paint over the iron articles, then paint do not allow the air as well as water to comes in contact with the iron articles. अगर बच्चों हम iron article पर paint कर देते हैं, you must have seen the grills of iron grills of your houses, of your lobby, of your roofs. Those iron grills are painted. The iron doors, iron main gates are painted of your school. Why? So that that iron gate does not catch the rust. Third method, and a very important one, galvanization. What is galvanization? Deposition of a less corrosive metal layer in molten form, in molten state over an iron article is known as galvanization. क्या करते हैं बच्चे इसमें, आयरन आर्टिकल जिसको हम प्रोटेक्ट करना चाहते हैं, that iron article is dipped into a molten form of a less corrosive metal. And which metal we use most commonly? Zinc or aluminium. But if we have to choose one out of these two, then we'll choose zinc. Which metal is used for galvanization of iron? The answer would be zinc. And if we have to choose two, name two metals which are used for galvanization, then first zinc and then we give the preference to aluminium. These two are less corrosive metals and their layer is deposited over the iron articles, and these two metals are taken in molten form. एक थिक पेस्ट बनाते हैं बच्चे, उसके अंदर आयरन आर्टिकल जिसके ऊपर भी गैल्वेनाइजेशन करनी है उसको डिप कर देते हैं, तो उसके ऊपर एक लेयर डिपॉजिट हो जाती है, and that layer do not allows the iron to comes in contact with air or moisture. The fourth is electroplating. As its name indicates, बच्चे, electro means electricity and plating means to cover it with a layer. Deposition of a less corrosive metal by passing electricity. What is the difference between galvanization and electroplating? In this, the less corrosive metal is taken in the form of molten state, and in this, the less corrosive metal is deposited by the help of or by the passage of electricity. The most common metals which we use for electroplating are chromium and nickel. Nickel provides the strength to the iron article and chromium provides its shine. You must have seen your taps, bache. The taps in your wash basins or in your washrooms. Those taps are electroplated taps. Those taps have electroplating of chromium over it. That is why they are shiny in appearance. They gives us a shine like steel. The next is, the fifth method to prevent rusting is alloys. What are alloys? Homogeneous mixtures of two or more than two metals are known as alloys. You must have heard about the alloy wheels of the cars, of the automobiles. Those alloys are mixtures of two or more than two metals. And alloys of iron are steel and stainless steel. We made those alloys so that iron articles do not catch the rust. So by these methods we can prevent the rust. Now we will discuss corrosion of copper and silver. When copper comes in contact with the air, then it will react with the oxygen, carbon dioxide and water present in the air to form a green color layer over it. And that is corrosion of copper. You must have seen the car batteries, but you ever see a car battery, then a greenish color layer is deposited over its terminals. That is the corrosion of copper. So during the corrosion of copper, this copper in solid form, which is originally reddish brown in color, shiny brown in color, will react with oxygen gas, which is present in the atmosphere, reacts with carbon dioxide gas at the same time, which is also present in the atmosphere, and the water vapors, which is present in the damp air. In the previous corrosion, we'll discuss that iron reacts with oxygen and water only, but copper reacts with oxygen, carbon dioxide and water. All these three things reacts with the copper, which is of reddish brown or shiny brown in color, and that will leads to the formation of a green color coating of alkaline copper carbonate. What do you mean by alkaline, bache? Basic nature. In acid, base and salts, we'll discuss about the basic nature. The bases are the substances which turns red litmus to blue, which convert colorless phenolphthalein to pink. So alkaline copper carbonate layer is deposited over it, which is green in color. So that is a basic layer, alkaline layer. To remove this layer, we treat that tarnished means dull copper, that rusted copper, with acidic juice like lemon juice or tamarind juice. Tamarind juice contains tartaric acid and lemon juice contains citric acid. Those acids react with this basic salt, neutralization reaction takes place and this salt is removed. This alkaline copper carbonate is removed and the copper's shine is regained. So this is the corrosion of copper. When copper comes in contact with oxygen, carbon dioxide and water of damp air or air, then it will form a greenish colored layer of alkaline copper carbonate. Next what we will discuss, the corrosion of silver. You must have seen the silver anklets. Silver की जो पायल होती है बच्चे, that will turns black after some time. Why is it so? Because बच्चे, the silver metal, the silver ornaments reacts with hydrogen sulfide gas of the atmosphere. Hydrogen sulfide gas is present in atmosphere in very, very less quantity. So this silver, which is of silver in color, obviously its color is silver bache, when reacts silver grayish, which reacts with hydrogen sulfide gas of the atmosphere, that it will forms a black color compound that is known as silver sulfide. It is a solid powdered form which is a black color substance. तो सिल्वर कलर की चांदी क्या हो गई? काली आफ्टर सम टाइम, एंड इट विल प्रोड्यूस हाइड्रोजन गैस which will be moved to the atmosphere. So this is the corrosion of silver. That's how silver gets corroded. When it reacts with the hydrogen sulfide gas present in the atmosphere, when it comes in the contact with the hydrogen sulfide gas of the atmosphere, then it will convert into a black color substance known as silver sulfide. and that's how silver gets corroded. और इस तरह से सिल्वर क्या हो जाता है बच्चे? corroded. Next, any corrosion which is beneficial for us, which is useful for us. There is one corrosion which is beneficial for us, and that is corrosion or oxidation of aluminium. That is the only oxidation or corrosion, the reaction of metal with oxygen, which is beneficial for us. How? When aluminium metal, whose utensils we are using बच्चे, aluminium के बर्तन हम यूज करते हैं बच्चे. Aluminium reacts with oxygen gas, then a layer, a protective layer of aluminium oxide is formed. This aluminium oxide layer is a protective layer बच्चे. This layer does not allow the beneath layers of aluminium metal to comes in contact with oxygen. ये मान लो बच्चे ऑक्सीजन का एक बर्तन है, उसकी लेयर्स है. ये ऊपर वाली लेयर है, नीचे वाली सारी लेयर एल्यूमिनियम की है बच्चे, प्योर मेटल है. The upper layer comes in contact, this my left hand comes in contact with air, then aluminium oxide layer is deposited. This layer is a sticky protective layer which does not allow the lower layers to comes in contact with air, and henceforth this layer will act as a protective layer, and that is why the aluminium's corrosion or oxidation, addition of oxygen, is beneficial for us. We use this technique in the industries to form aluminium utensils, and those aluminium utensils are corrosion resistant. Why? Because they have a layer of aluminium oxide over them.